People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now people, this part of the video is called Jamaica has sung to a new low. And people, I am speaking about an incident that occurred in a place called Garden Town Main Road. I am speaking about up in a pop in them area. And based on the information from the POW, it is said that a 39-year-old shopkeeper, and his name is Dwight McDonald, he was conned up several times by some men in a car at about 2 p.m. Tuesday, like I said. Now people, based on the information, it is said that Mr. Garden was standing on the Garden Town Main Road, and it is said that some men were driving in a car and they were driving recklessly. They were acting irresponsible, and people, it is also said that they almost lit down a little picnic in the road because of the way that they were driving. It is said that the shopkeeper came out and he said to the men, he shouted to the men, and people, based on information, it is said that a few choice words, we are speaking about the Jamaican BBC, PC, whatever the case is. We are talking about he was cussing them out. And it is said that two of the men alighted from out of the vehicle with some taller people. We are talking about some M to the 16 or some A to the 15, AR to the 15. Rete, Lele, Blue, Blah, Bling, and people, them blaze up the man right upon the spot. Now people, when we think about situation like this, we have to wonder what is going on in Jamaica, and people, like me say, they have some new breed of shatters. And it is so ironic that yesterday I was watching a documentary on TVG, and it is called This. That means nobody no want nobody diss them, especially when they are rolling with their combo, when they are rolling with their cronies, especially when they have all sorts of tall up in the vehicle. Now people, this is where the saying applies. Whenever planting one pass away, it basically shoot, because people, we see say some man, we are talking about some young youth in them 20s, them are rolling at the car, them are roll hard. However, what do they decide to do? They decide to speed. They decide to basically show up themselves, and people, like them say, the higher that the monkey climbs is the more that he is exposed. But people, we have to understand the psychology of this. We have to understand that it is all about hype. Dancehall and badness is all about hype. And whenever these persons have any sort of tool, them feel powerful, them feel mighty, them feel like Bullbucker and Duppy Conqueror. So therefore, nobody can say nothing to them, nobody can chat to them not take no chat. Worse if you got this them, especially when them they're around them friend and people. What we have realized is that if you have a group of men, 10, 12, 5, 3, whatever the case is, there is never no sort of voice of reasoning. We are speaking about total dunce thugs. We are speaking about everybody in the crew full. Nobody nan take no reason, nobody nan take no talk. So therefore, if one say I saw it I go. They are all follow fashion monkey, point blank and period. So people, the point that I am trying to make is that this is where it proves that everybody wants to show and prove. Everybody wants to outdo whatever they saw on the news. It is all about hype. It is all about being the person that is the most notorious. It is all about developing all sorts of fear in the community. And people, what kind of stripe do they gain? When them basically slap with one shopkeeper, I am speaking about an ex-poor man that was basically telling them something right, because people, we have to remember that these people more than likely have some picnic with some worthless woman in the community. So therefore, what if somebody was driving in a car and basically endanger them own picnic life? Wouldn't they want somebody to stand up? No people, we are speaking about a set of idiotic persons, point blank and period. So people, like me say, this is a set of people that want to make a name for themselves. They want to leave an impression in the community. They want to basically scare people, so people say, yo, them boy are the real wicked boy, them Rete, Lele, Blue, Blah, Bling. However, people, when you want to make a name, you are going to make a name. We are speaking about on your tombstone. We are talking about Dovecat, we are talking about Madden, we are talking about toe tag in some sort of fridge. Point blank and period. So anyways people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source, and I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. And also please subscribe to this channel. We're speaking about true Jamaica buzz, and when you subscribe, please press the notification bell or icon and also press all in the option. Now people, this one is called Jamaican Wildlife. This one is called the Jamaican version of the Serengeti, and people, we are speaking about two alpha bulls, alpha male that is vying for a female. They want to establish their dominance. Now people, I am speaking about an incident that involved a 22-year-old man, and his name is Jamor Lee, and he was charged for the slap away of a 23-year-old youth. And that person's name is Andre Williams, and I am speaking about in a place called Hanover. And people, they are fighting, they are looking for their affection. They were looking for the affection of a 24-year-old lady in that same parish. So people, watch this scenario. 22-year-old slapper, 23-year-old for a 24-year-old woman. So people, your sister, we are talking about 3 young people. People them just don't even live any sort of life as yet. Now, based on the information, it is said that on or about October 4, 2020, the 2 men turn up at the 24-year-old girl house, and people, we are talking about they are looking affection. We are talking about 2 alpha bull, 2 alpha male, like them they in some sort of wildlife discovery channel. And people, it is said that some sort of argument, some sort of conflict, some sort of confrontation develop, and it is said that Mr. Lee draw one knife and the next one draw a knife. And it was said that Mr. Lee started to chase Mr. Williams down the road. And it was said that later on, Mr. Lee came back and him clothes and everything basically red up. However, he was washing his hand at the standpipe at the lady house. So people, I guess he proved that he was indeed the alpha male. And people, you understand that whenever the alpha male basically win the war, he basically gets all the females. So therefore, he got the purse. We are speaking about the 24-year-old lady. Based on the story, and people, this is not any sort of fairy tale. This is true, this is facts. Now people, based on the information, it is said that Mr. Williams, he was missing. Nobody couldn't find him. However, 2 days later, some people find him body down a one river, and it was said that it was partially decomposed, and people, he was taken to the place where, you know, so them put the people that don't make it anymore. Now people, based on the information, it is also said that the 24-year-old lady, she was called, she was summoned by the POW3RED, and she gave a detailed report on exactly what happened. So people, the end and the moral of the story is this. 2 men fight over one woman, a 24-year-old woman, a 22-year-old and a 23-year-old man. A fight over one woman. And people, the 23-year-old man, him get passed away. And people, more than likely, the 22-year-old man, he is going to be doing the rest of his life, or at least a couple of decades of his life, in the big yard. And people, the lady get to live and basically date somebody else. So people, like them say, 2 men fight for one woman, and at the end of the day, none of them not get the woman. Point blank and period. So people, what sense does it make? You cannot be penny wise and pound foolish. Point blank and period. So people, based on the information from the POW3RED, it is said that Mr. Lee turned himself over to the POW3RED and he was officially charged for slap away. And people, we can just imagine that after this, since the incident involving the 22-year-old and the 23-year-old for the 24-year-old, more than likely she is going to get a 25-year-old man that is basically going to take over, or basically she's going to date 25 other men. People, me no know. That was just a joke. It is not that this. So anyways, people, the moral of the story is that you need to use your sense. You can't act like you're a fool when you are living in Jamaica. And the truth and the fact is that it makes no sense to fight over something that you cannot own, because people, at the end of the day, this lady could have chose a next man because she said them 2 idiots here act like them now no sense. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.